Well, I'm on my way to Ohio. The first day of a very busy week starts today. We had horses that are going to qualify at the Meadows tomorrow. We had horses we were entering. I was going to the barn today. I wanted to jog Pickpocket. I did a video that I'll post later on about jogging him, about some changes we made. Jogged Drebin today. I was happy with him. But in the midst of this day, I had set an alarm for 12:45. The reason I set that alarm is because at 1 o'clock there was a horse selling at On Gate that it was brought to my attention. Now, if you rewind back to Friday, the gentleman from Prince Edward Island called me and say, "Hey, do you know the horse Save America, and do you have much interest in purchasing him?" Right away, my light went off in my head, and I said, "Possibly." I said, "We've already tried to purchase him once. Right before the Little Brown Jug last year, I had inquired about buying Save America. And the issue with him at the time was his liver was high, and he just he wasn't going to be able to race in the Jug, not in a competitive way. You weren't going to be able to have him ready, prep him, get his liver down, prep him, and have him ready in time. It just wasn't going to happen. So that was that. Just we walked away. There was nothing he could do. He shows up this year. I hadn't really paid much attention, to be honest. He was a winner in his last two in 52 at Yonkers. In fact, crossed over to post 7 to win in 52 flat, 2 starts back. Horse looks good. But what's he going to bring? You know, most of the horses that were what you would consider a high value ticket so far this year have brought more than I thought. We were the underbidders on Keg Stand, and I thought that he brought as much or more than he could have brought. I thought that was more than fair market for him. And this guy here, I had a number in my head that I thought he'd bring. I had 2 numbers. The first one was what he would bring. The second one was what I would pay. And I thought about it all weekend. But when his bidding mid-Friday was $99,700 or something, and you're 3 days before the sale, I'm thinking he's going to bring $150,000, $160,000. It's so hard to find a good horse. It's so hard to find a good horse that can get around a half, and that's what we were looking for. Not just a good horse, but a horse that could get around a half. Obviously, this time of year, I get plenty of emails and text messages. "Hey, Anthony, I know it's only June. The Gold Cup's in August again, same as every year. Do you have any interest in buying a horse for the Gold Cup?" Of course we do. But they're tough to acquire. Finding a good horse is very hard. Finding a good horse specifically tooled to get around a half-mile track as well as Save America does, well, that's quite another thing. It's a very, really difficult proposition. Tough thing to do. So, what now? My take at the time on Friday was he's just going to bring too much money, so I watched and I set that alarm. The alarm goes off 12:45 this afternoon. I go in and look. He's at like 106,000, 105,000. But I've seen a Keg Stand. I think we were the leading bidder with 2 minutes left, and he ended up tacking on $50,000, $60,000 after that. So I wasn't getting too far ahead of myself. I watched the time tick down: 11 minutes, 10 minutes, 9 minutes, 8 minutes, and I called the gentleman for PEI. I said, "Mr. Collins, I didn't really think I'd be making this phone call, but Save America's at 114,000 right now. He's gone up a little bit. And I still believe, we're down to 4 minutes, 5 minutes now. And I still believe he might get there. Having said that, I'd be remiss if I didn't bring it to your attention. How would you like to proceed?" Because this gentleman was going to be the foundation of purchasing the horse. All of you are going to buy the horse with us, I'm sure. But this gentleman wanted 30, 35, 40, whatever % of the horse. A big chunk of the horse. Now, I knew that I really wasn't that comfortable going over 100, 125,000. So we agreed on 125. In my mind, I was hoping we wouldn't get there or go way over and I wouldn't have to worry about it again. He got to 120,000, right on. I personally made one bid, $120,500, and we probably would have went to $124,000 or $125,000, but we ended up getting him for $120,500, which I thought myself, all things considered, one, we've had pretty good luck buying Gold Cup horses, which is the opposite of how it was earlier on in my career. You know, Patrick was a great horse. That's what we originally bought him for, was there. And he didn't get there till the second year. And as it turned out, he wasn't a Gold Cup horse because he was out of his mind crazy during the long post parade. And again, if we're going to be completely honest, I didn't buy Sintra to race in the Gold Cup. Bought him to be a nice horse and ended up being a very nice horse. Now this horse looks like he's tailor-made for the Gold Cup in Saucer. Leaves hard, can pace hard, got a mark of 48-1. You know, just going over his summary quick, 25 lifetime starts. Now this year he's got 4 starts, 30,000 made, 2 wins and a third. The other start, I can't see where he was last time. I can only see a third, 2 wins and a third. Oh no, he's got a 9th in there. So 2 wins and a third. Former $300,000 yearling that has amassed $587,368. Now this is in Canadian funds, I guess. Still a lot of money. And a nice horse. I guess if we're looking for a Gold Cup horse, it's going to be hard to beat that one for that price, I believe. We're not hoping he gets around a half. He already does, and quite well. I don't watch a ton of Yonkers, but I watch enough to know not many horses cross over into the 7-hole at all. And yes, he's coming from a hot barn. He is. But this horse raced in this barn when it was lukewarm, when it was hot, when it was maybe cool a little bit. Was a good 2-year-old, was a very, very good 3-year-old. And now at 4, he's pretty fresh with only 4 lifetime starts. I just thought it was a pretty good fit for what we're trying to do. Now Mr. Collins and his partner are going to take, he said he'd take 30, 35, 40%. What might this person be doing? Why do people do this? 30, 35, 40%. I have a couple other people that wanted shares in a horse like this. So I suspect when this goes to print, when this goes onto the website, there'll be somewhere around 30, 35% of this horse available if I was to suspect so. So we'll get Save America up for you. We'll get them on the site, but trust me when I tell you, and you know what? Just to be safe to everybody, I'm not going to post them till about 6:30, because what happens is every so often I'll have somebody say, Anthony, I just got home from work. I would have loved to own a piece of this horse, and I never got a chance to. No, let's call it 7 o'clock. At 7 o'clock, right on the dot, I will post the remaining shares of Save America for you to buy. That way no one can complain. If you're on the night shift, I can't help you out. You're on your own. But I will post all remaining shares at 7 p.m. tonight. So, with that, I will let you go. I was not expecting to buy this horse today. I was not expecting to have a Gold Cup horse in June, and I hope we do. But we did just purchase Save America. He is ours now, and he will be, great question, where are we going to go with him right now? Oh, I never thought of that. I'd say Scioto or Mohawk. We don't really need a horse in the Meadows. One, it's a short field and it's a tough crew every time. Not that Mohawk's going to be easy, but he does fit lower, I think, still at Mohawk. That would be important. Maybe not. 27,000 made last 3. Maybe not indeed. Maybe Scioto. Possible also. We don't have a top pacer down there. I don't know. We'll figure that out. What he was bought for was August. We have him in June. We'll decide where he goes this week. Very, very happy to have Save America in our midst, in our barn, and looking forward to racing him. So with that, I'll let you go. I hope you had a wonderful day. 7 p.m. We will list all these shares. Take care.